Let's see. Hello, beautiful ether. Let's see. Yeah! Hope everyone's having a beautiful evening. Let's get this on. I've been dying to get back to this little set here. My mom came over the other day and we were going through my hog collection. I ended up finding 2 of these full. So it would be really fun to play on. Learning to play. This was more my cousin's generation, slightly before me. Like, I remember the pogs that I had when I was a kid were from my older cousins. Okay, so I did bag it, and right where we left off, I know it's a little late, and it's an odd time, and on a Tuesday, but figured I wanted to build a little bit. Yeah. Looks like it's coming up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here. I didn't really. Oh, this is go there. I have some paintings I've been trying to get myself to start back on. I really messed up this dude's face, and really wanna. The other ones are horrendous. Let's get comfortable. Let's see. And I thought I was gonna build this in like one go, but it takes some time. I haven't built one since I was a child. I don't know why. I'm still looking for these sets. They were kind of like robot aliens. There was a movie. It was kind of like a little franchise, early 2000s, and they came in these plastic tubes, and it was these little like figurines that you built. And I can't find what they're called, and I've gone through about 100 lists, like, 50 toys that you'll remember from the early 2000s with no luck thus far. I got those plants there. I'm so stoked to finish this. And I'm using this for a just kind of like I'm gonna be. Oh, Echo, how are you doing? Oh, I. When I'm done with it, well, even when I'm assembling it, I'm taking care to pay attention to how it's assembled. I haven't really tried to make buildings yet in pixel art, so I thought like having a little model would be a good idea. And so that's why I got this Polly Pocket things. Let me get these things, because I want to make buildings, and since it's an isometric perspective, oops, I felt a little rip. I'm thinking modular, so buildings won't really be like closed completely. They'll be kind of like an open thing like this, and that way the inside of the buildings will be accessible. In Kinto right now, there are these crystals that you could use to transport, and so I figured using those so you could get to different levels. And maybe if I zoom out, oh wait, I don't know. Oh, you guys can't see Kinto at all. I could grab the iPad. Well, if you go kinto.us, KYNTO, you'll see exactly what I mean. And yeah, so I figured what perfect model to acquire than a little Lego set, because I could build it myself and kind of like think of it as modules. And that's pretty much how I make pixel art anyway, because you can make everything on different layers. I personally use Sprite, but if you have a PC, Graphics Grail or Graphics Scale is free, and that's the one I really want to check out. And It's really fun. It's a really fun pastime. Pixel art. And think of about like a year into, I'm a crafter turned pixel artist. Not the most technologically savvy, but it's been such a treat. A whole nother world. And the pixel art itself I can use for patterns, for needlepoint, which is like using yarn on these plastic grids. I have a big bag of them somewhere. Where did I put them? Huh. That's like this plastic grid, like it looks like utilitarian or something, like from a hardware shop. But yeah, you use it to wrap yarn on, and you can make some really cool things with that. I always thought needlepoint was gonna come back full force, but tufting beat it. Tufting is when you see everybody making the rugs with that tufting gun. Really cool craft. I wish I could do that one day. Rugs are very expensive. I think we're on to a new color. The ones that have just one piece are so tricky to get. Oh, okay. I thought I missed my forehead. I am on a hunt now for. Oh, I found the last Lego set I did was like 8 years ago. Well, probably not that long. It was probably like 4 years ago. I found it at a thrift store. A lot of thrift stores, if there's little Lego sets or puzzles or like hand fidgets, put them in a bag and sell the whole bag as is. I always find really cool stuff in those. I have just found it. It's finally getting cold in Florida. And came with this egg. This egg is so, and I finally found the stick. It's a little puzzle. And you move the stick around until you get it. And they're really satisfying. And then you put it like either or, and you have to like siphon it through. I think it's so cool. Ooh. Well, at least technically it's not Lego. I just learned this today. It's BALODY. Unsponsored. But and I haven't stepped on one yet. Somehow. What has arrived today? I hope something good, because I think for the next like at least few days I'm gonna be avoiding the news. It's just whoa. I feel like everything's just going so much faster. Like the earth is physically spinning faster, and just like everything's happening at once. And then the other thought I have is maybe age. Like the older you get, the more maybe you watch the news or pay attention to what's happening out there. Well, I'm gonna move on. Oh, no shit. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. And who doesn't love Lego? As in, hell yeah. Who doesn't love Lego? I read it wrong. Damn, when will YouTube allow to share pictures in chat? Instagram, I think, I can't remember if you could post pictures in comments, but you could post GIFs. And I was like, hey, that's close. That's getting close. I always wondered that. I've never even thought of that. Custom Legos. If I were, I'm on this Madame Xanadu kick right now, and I just can't believe nothing's being done with her. But anyway, it led me on but most of the, what's it called, the buildings, like all my inspiration pictures are all Lego sets. And furthering into like that modular, is that the right place? Yeah, all Lego sets. And like, God, like 100 pictures of Lego sets on my computer right now. And that is sick. The one that really got me was there's this architect, famous architect, Frank Lloyd Wright. That set is like $800 on Amazon. Yeah, I never bought custom made Lego. I've never even thought about it. And what like made me pause for a second because like I wasn't gonna say it out loud, but I just have to. It the last Legos before like this little like thing I played with were massive Legos, and it's because it was right. This one I was a kid, and it was right before like the small ones came out. My dad saw on the news that they laid off a bunch of workers to get these robots, and he forever boycotted Legos. And if you ask him why, I mean, he'll say it's because of the robot. And every time I think Legos, I think that. Damn. That'd be really sweet because it could literally make Kinto Legos. I might have to run out and say that because oh my god, I didn't think about that. Because like I was thinking about getting like a thing, but after watching some videos, it's definitely an art form. Like I don't think I could make a structurally sound building by just like um raw just like abstract building, I guess. Like do they I want I want to look it up so bad, but I have no devices. Um, I wonder if they do like buildings and stuff, and like give you little instructions. Even just like the little people. That's my because I know I'll forget. Oh. That'd be so cool. So I stuck a quick Google search that looks so sick. I have so many Kinto ideas. Because Kinto is a world builder, avatar chat, really nostalgic format, and it's actively being developed, but it's on Android, Apple, all that, and so things change, and more is being added to it every day, including pixel art. And but anyway, I'm planning to we have a lot of Comic-Cons here in South Florida, and so what I'm thinking is I also collect vintage clothes, and I have a collection spanning from since I was 13. So I'm trying to get in with one of the places to do Kinto meetups in real life, to do Polaroid pop-ups. I think that's what it's called, Polaroid pop-up, because it's an avatar chat, and you dress up your avatar, and to dress it up in real life, and to have some custom Legos would be just so cool. Kento Legos has a really good like ring to it. That would be so cool. My avatar is Nikki, so it would be so cool. And like I kind of say here and there is it's a whole new world for me. I'm coming from collecting vintage and making crafts out of scrap, like broken jewelry, or yeah, like I got stuff. My desk is a mess. Oops. I thought that was gonna make it easier. But I have all this already made, so I've been trying to find some craft shows. Oh, this is all messed up. Hello. Okay. Oh, hi. Whoa! Thank you, girl. Pinnacle. I've been kind of avoiding the news, and it's like I keep saying, I feel like time is just going by faster. I feel like as we drift in space, well, as we shoot through space, I think it's more shooting rather than drifting. Who's to say there's like not different seasons out there and different time? I don't know. Something's happening. Time's moving by faster, and like it seems like everything's happening at once or at just greater speed or something. We haven't gotten a break in 4 or 5 years. I don't even know when it started. Like my mom is only now beginning to be able to walk without fainting, and everything just got messed up. But yeah, and it's getting really really cold here in Florida, and I've been so not excited. It's gonna be a cold winter, I feel it. But yeah. So today was the first day in a long time. Got to bundle up. It was quite nice. I think I'm gonna go hard on Christmas this year. I think I'm going to do ornaments and seasons and time indeed. It's it just reminded me of that song. We have joy, we have fun, we have seasons of the sun. Seasons of the sun. That song is so dark, but it's so good. Shoot, who does that? That is gonna drive me nuts. I wish I could do music. I tried to do music on a live stream. I just totally forgot about copyright and stuff, and it instantly shut the live stream down. Because every time in this quiet room, like every song gets stuck in my head at once. I am trying to find anyone who repairs guitars in Florida. My pig? Not. Ooh, I messed up. My pig knocked over my guitar one too many times in the neck snap. Oh. Oh yeah. And then the water in the Keys got to like 102 degrees. Now, on the surface and in the shoreline, like I could see that because like our water gets quite steamy. There's this place called Du Bois, and unfortunately red tide blooms all the time there, but it's always like a spa. It's a really cool spot if anybody's ever in Florida. And Du Bois is spelled Dubois. It's the ocean, so the beach, inlet, and a lagoon that turns into a saltwater lake. It looks just like a lake. It's a really cool little spot. So where are you? Up in can't speak. Where are you? Oh gosh, I can't. There's something that the camera or sitting in a room talking to a camera does to my speech that just completely annihilates it. Yeah, it is. I do resin. I actually just started my desk backup for resin. I use UV resin, Mr. Resin. It's called Mr. Resin, the brand. It's really good for repairs, all kinds of stuff. Like if you have an air mattress that pops, you can use that. I used a Bobo hook to close it. But this is one piece that I really like. It's the first time, so the braid isn't very perfect, but it's the first time I added copper to the resin. And I tried to make a braid go around it. And then you have jasper, carnelian, or fire agate. I get the two confused. Apatite, emerald, lapis, and oh, of course, amethyst. And I'm all out of the real gold flakes, but I have some like copper flakes that are gold and silver. I have a little bit of gold flakes because I try to put a tiny little bit at least in every piece. That and copper. I always put copper in it, but it's the first time I've tried like a braid. I usually put Canada. Cold. Yeah. Wow. I a friend of mine moved to Canada a long time ago, and I always wanted clarification because that's who I worked for in a vintage shop. I'm gonna be going through all my vintage and doing like I don't know, trying to make some room. And I started working at a vintage store when I was 13, and she ended up moving to Canada, and they didn't let her bring any of her fur in, and she cried. That's what I heard. I didn't see her cry, but yeah, that's what I always associate. But what's it called? Poutine is one of the greatest and most heartiest snacks I've ever had in my life. So I feel like I could get by if there was poutine. Because it just reminded me of poutine. And oh my god. Y'all have this brisket. I think it's like smoked brisket. Greatest stuff I've had in my entire life. I worked at a poutine restaurant in Florida, and it was pretty much a lot of Quebecois and the poutine, of course, squeaky cheese, but it was all imported. They did it right. I miss that place. Lake Worth is a small little beach town here in Florida, and it's a tourist town, but it's tiny. It's worth a stop. The cool thing about Florida is it is a melting pot, and especially on the coast. So we have a lot of Caribbean. They have a lot of Jamaican. Oxtail is probably the best thing like possible, and we got a lot of food. And what's it called? The sushi restaurants are great, especially if you get them on the coast, because a lot of times even the seafood restaurants won't have cobia. Cobia is the greatest fish I've ever had personally. And I really like seafood. My dad was a fisherman. I'm trying to get him back out there because, dang, I thought like everybody had just the stuff that they caught when I was a kid. I didn't realize how like it's just so worth it. It's so worth it. If you have a body of water, it's worth it. And here we have cobia. And I talk in circles. Cobia is pretty decent fish. It gets mistaken sometimes for a shark or a small shark, but it's like filet mignon all the way down. It's and the sushi restaurants tend to have it available as sashimi also, and it's almost like yeah. Every time I try, I briefly moved to Colorado, which was very nice, and I have nothing bad to say about Colorado. Colorado was such. I was in Colorado Springs, Old Colorado City, Manitou, and Cripple Creek, and Victor. Victor was my favorite. Oh, I would do anything to go back to Victor. It's the coolest place. Abandoned mines, Jesus. Abandoned, yeah, mines. Mine shafts, like with the tracks going all through it, it's the best climbing possible. Like, if you like, I can't climb mountains, but I love climbing buildings and structures, and it's fantabulous. I do not understand. But yeah, no, Florida's intense to live in, that's for sure. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I tried to make it to Denver, but never got to. And I did go at the worst time. I went in the dead of winter, and I never seen snow before. I showed up in suede boots, tights, a dress, and like a jacket with a rabbit. I had a pet rabbit the whole time I was up there. And everyone would stop me because I would cover I had him in a baby stroller, and everyone would stop me like, you can't have your baby out here. And I'm like, it's not, it's a rabbit. But, oh, I loved Colorado so much. I bet you guys get some good seafood. I don't know what do you call seafood if it's, because, like, freshwater seafood? Fresh fish. I bet you guys get some crisp water up there, so some really, like, nice fatty fish. I love seafood, I really do. But yeah, we live in the swamps, and let me just say, we have about 50 different varieties of mosquitoes, ranging from like this big to these tiny ones that like dart at you, like blow darts or something. They're insidious ones. And we have these microscopic ants. I think they're called pharaoh ants. It's the closest I can find, but they're on everything. So anything you touch, you feel like you touch fiberglass. And Florida, I call it kind of like baby Australia. Like, in the front, there's anywhere from 2 to 5 alligators. Small ones, though. They're only like this big. Sometimes they get big, but they're really small. Yep, yeah, we got gators. A lot of gators. Always. And they're really cute, though. Nobody bothers them. They don't bother anybody. Fortunately, there is an issue with poachers, though. But I guess anywhere there's nature, there's going to be people exploiting it. Wow, very nice. New Orleans is one of the top. When I was a kid, my favorite author was Zora Neale Hurston, and New Orleans just has so much I want to explore. I really like old buildings. Any historical towns or historic buildings, I could walk around a building for hours. I used to have to find the pictures. I used to love going in abandoned buildings. The older I get, the less I just don't feel like it's worth like potential jail time. I don't know, because some people go in and like spray paint, which is cool because then you get a bunch of art. But I like to go to photograph it, and yeah, it's just gotten a little sketchy. But old buildings. We have a lot of deco buildings, especially Palm Beach County. And Miami. Miami's architecture is wicked. Because it's like the buildings that you just look at the building, it looks like a plain building, and then you see all this wicked symbolism. Like Jupiter just holding a sun, that's really just holding the address of the building. And it's from like the 20s. It's mesmerizing. Been wanting to plan a trip to the monastery. Old World Florida has a few videos on it, but there's not that much video on it. Same thing with what's that? Big Mound City. Not a lot of people talk about Big Mound City, but Big Mound City is in the swamps of Florida, and it's, I believe, the Yaga Native Americans. Oh yeah, we have sharks, but I've personally only really seen them, well, besides once. Once, that was a fluke, but I just got back from Colorado, and I finally, it's not the first time I went back to the beach. The first time I went back to the beach, a man o' war wrapped around my knees, like went right between my legs and wrapped around both my knees. And like, a few times after I went, and a dogfish shark, I believe it's called, was in the shoreline, and I've never seen one before. And yeah, it swam right next to me, but that was it. And it was right in the shoreline. I've never seen that before. And every time they migrate, when the waves, you'll know when they're migrating because the one's in the ocean, but you'll see them in the waves, and it's just like a bunch of big gray streaks. St. Augustine. St. Augustine's my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. Everything on this planet is my favorite. And it's a really cool planet. It's really good. That's why I don't understand a lot of the like stuff that I don't know that comes out of. It's a good planet. But St. Augustine is awesome. I don't learn my lesson though. We always go when it's too hot. Like even when I was a kid, we went and all the coral rock is gorgeous, but it works like glitter. It glistens in the sun, and I get blinded every time. So worth it. But I always wanted to go in the winter because I think it would be such like kind of a romantic feeling being bundled up in St. Augustine. We don't really get to bundle up very often, so that's why we have, I think, a kind of a bad reputation as far as how we dress down here, because we're just trying to like not die. God, especially out in the swamps, like we wear some interesting things and call it clothes sometimes. This summer was too hot though, so it kind of, I don't want to say abandoned the garden, but wasn't very productive, and it was just whoa. And so I'm excited to get back up there because there's a lot growing, and then saying it's incubating under all the other stuff because Mexican dream herb Salvia zakatsushi does really well where we are, a little too well. So there's huge oceans of it growing, but under a huge clump will be like a mulberry tree or a neem tree, and yeah, I'm starting to. Pants, well, they don't make decent pants for females. Or people that prefer those pants. I don't know. They're really uncomfortable, but I've come to value pants. I actually got a really good pair of boots. It's my first pair of proper swamp boots, Danners, and they're really good. Danner, like Desert Storm looking boots. They're the tan. I couldn't recommend them or enough. I think they must be men's boots, and I just got a really small size. But anybody who does any form of trekking or anything that's not in snow, because I learned suede doesn't do good in snow. Gosh, I was exploring, and I was just, I guess, just so high on my surroundings that I didn't realize until I got home my feet were like frozen. My socks were soaking wet. My feet were soaking wet. I was walking on snow all day. I actually didn't even have a phone back then because I went 5 years without a cell phone because I was at the beach and it was in my basket. I had a broken iPod, which I've used my whole life. It still worked. And my phone, and it was shattered, and someone jacked my phone, and then I went 5 years without it. It was actually the best 5 years of my life, but yeah, I broke down, finally got one. I'm glad I did that. Oh, Altima boots. I'll have to write that down. Oh no. I might have to go. Oh, oh no! Oh no! Why did this turn off? Um, I don't know the password. Shoot. One moment. Ow. 1,450. Huh. Did that do it? I wonder why that turned off. Let's see. Huh. Oh, I put back on. Whoops. Whoops. I'm not sure why this is still a work in progress to get a system going. My friend actually gave me their old phone because my phone is not in what's it called? Not in working order really. And my case is breaking. But whoops. Let me get this back to this. And then, ooh, very important. Oh, I'm just gonna drink this real quick because I know I'm gonna forget it's on the chair and spill it. On one of my first streams, I sat down and I just moved the chair a little bit, and the biggest jar I've ever owned just exploded. I do want to say real quick, I'm probably gonna try to do something Halloweeny in the Kinto stream because I've been making a ton of keychains, so I wanted to make some. My mom is very southern, and she has taught me the ways of gift bags. And I make a lot of stuff, so she's like, why don't you do giveaways on your channel? And I've been planning to do that for a long time. And so I'll be making some keychains and resin stuff. I have a ton of really cool molds, and I've been dying to get using like these ones I just got, and I haven't even touched them really. And it's Finnabar, Finnabair, Finnabair. They got the best molds, they really do. UV resin, they're kind of tricky to use, so I just use the sun to cure them. The light doesn't really penetrate the resin, but I'm really stoked to use those. And I put, like, for instance, these. Oh, yeah, I knew I was gonna take them out and lose them. Oops. Well, I make these serpent necklaces and stuff, and I try to fit as much stuff in them as possible. As much kind of like traditional, like ode to tradition. Like I put money rice, sterling balls. That's what I've really been using the last little bit of gold foil for, or gold flake. And yeah, I really enjoy making them. Remember the game Surgery? No, Operation? I pretty much do that. I take these tiny little tweezers and I sit there with I have these boxes everywhere. I just, ooh, random stuff. These were from a friend's cigar, but the wood is really nice. That's wood. So I'm going to use that as kind of like inlay. And it's just random plant matter. That's the least organized of anything I could have possibly shown. But, yeah, I'm trying to get back. Crafting is a very lonely little hobby, so crafting streams is like a dream come true. So another thing is I'll be putting all this yarn to. I don't think you can see it. There's a bunch of yarn over here, and I have a few ideas as far as what I'm going to try to make with it. But yeah, so and requests. I never know what to make. I really don't. And I'm trying to make more like I'm trying to get all the Egyptian gods down and pixel art for Kinto. So any requests as far as pixel art, I'm more than appreciative of. I never know what to make, and always making something. And I'm just so scattered, especially this last year. I think I always forget one piece, and then when I go to the next piece, ooh, it's getting hot in here. Now's the time where it's like, I have to figure out the temperature. It's so cold outside, and now it's so hot inside. But, God, it's gonna be a cold winter. I feel it. We're ready for plenty of fires, and, oh my gosh. Sekhmet, yes. I have. Sekhmet is with the lion. Um, and then I always forget, because there's Neith, and then there's another goddess that has the alligator head. Because sometimes Neith is portrayed with the alligator head, but I think only like seldomly. I think she's usually portrayed nursing alligators. Neith. It's Neith. And gosh, I cannot remember. I think her domain is the underworld. It's been a minute. I get into these like Egyptology phases or the whole week and just I have my binder here. I doodle sometimes. I like the other binder better, but it's um this is the other one. Yeah, started this. But I started on a piece of the thinnest printer paper possible, so it started to quickly fall apart. I just wanted to see. Oh, this is where I keep. This goes for anything. I have a website called Subtropical Botanica, and that's where I was documenting all. I was trying to get up all the Catholic saints, Egyptian gods, Greek, Canaan, or Phoenician, all the what's it, the pantheons worldwide, global pantheons. However, I have rotten concentration skills, and really just I didn't get very far on it, but it's open for anybody to add any information, and all credit will be given, and you could use it to promote anything. And there's already a page for small and local businesses, and I plan on getting back to it. And however, it's just started too many projects, and I have a bad habit of doing that, and then everything kind of gets neglected. And when I was doing the website, I was trying to make a channel and garden and stuff, and then I decided to learn pixel art. So everything's kind of been pixel art and Kinto themes, but yeah. Subtropical Botanica is still alive, and it is open for anybody. All religions, cultures, everything. I want everything to be up on it. Because all of the origin stories, all of our origin stories are a lot more similar than they are different. And there's plenty of people that bridge the gap. Manly P. Hall is one of them, like his book, Secret Teachings of All Ages. I feel like everyone should have that, along with a dictionary. You know what I mean? It should be that common. And it's just a good thing to like know different cultures and different stories. Because like I think a lot too about school curriculums of other countries. Like we learn one side is bad, one side's good here, but in another place it'll be the opposite. And rather, yeah. And archaeology is kind of one of the most stagnant sciences. With the amount that they uncover and discover, it's incredible how little changes. But I suppose probably really like an active, like kind of living data center or something. I don't know, because archaeology changes a lot, but I think that's why it doesn't change at all. Yeah, he's a really good one. He's a really good one. And especially as far as like, I don't know, looking a little closer and understanding fellow inhabitants of this planet. I mean, we're pretty much it that we know of. And just drives me nuts that there's not more interest, I guess. And there are a lot of I think that's one thing I'm really excited about with Kinto too, is to have discussions, because there's no real discussion place anymore. Like uh some places like get so dark so fast. I was thinking like Twitter or Telegram a little bit, but I can't find anything like any discussion areas. And Facebook groups, it's fun, but like I think like a live chat thing would be so perfect for discussion. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Robert Suck is the man. I value anybody that has their like you know, that they could give their input based on what they observe without filters. I I don't know if you know, totally unrelated, but Gonzalo Lira did not make it out of Ukraine. He is locked up. He did not make it. His last video from a few months ago, he was trying to flee from the Hungarian border, but did not. I wanted to make a video on that, but I haven't yet. But yeah, Robert Zephyr's man. And another good person that I was emailing him. I was trying to get like even a phone call or even just like an email, like anything. Just I have a bunch of questions, so you know, it never hurts to ask. And like it's amazing who you can email. But Jordan Maxwell, and he passed away I think last year. It's been a few months for sure, but yeah, Jordan Maxwell such a Lutheran. And oh, I've never. I don't think I've ever seen it. Is it on YouTube or does he stream on Twitter? Because I'm fairly new back on Twitter. I never really used it. I never really had a purpose for it, but I've been using it for pixel art. And I noticed that he's really active on Twitter. I see him on everything every time I'm scrolling it. And I do want to refilm the because we got plenty of places in Florida with ducks and a lot of cheesecake factories, almost some Chinese factories, but yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it just for a second I got the thought. I was like, this is really cool. Wow. Wow. I thought they were all what's it called? No one's getting banned anymore over there. I have noticed it be a little like more, I don't know. I haven't really noticed much actually. Now that, you know, the world is falling apart, it's a little brutal, but you know, I don't have a problem with that. It's all discourse. But dang, it's intense. It's intense to be banned. Like, is that would that be just your phone number? I guess gets banned because like everything's connected. That because I have, what is it? Oh, 1 second. Let me get the pick. Ah, I'll bring this with me. Oh, hold on, flower. Oh, perhaps make some more coffee. I'm not going That's okay. Why is Blue making? All the banana trees have huge bunches of bananas on them right now. So Blue stalks all the trees and will sit there every day waiting for them to fall. Oh. Okay. Not doing much building. We just did grocery shopping, so that always wipes me out. But they had what did they have? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Oh man, I meant to bring the iPad. I'm working on another room in Kento because I'm trying to make one that's like an absolute fever dream. And yeah, I really enjoyed the building in it because like I said, right now my main focus creating wise is back on resin. I've been kind of prepping is, it's kind of regret this, but yeah, it's got some stars and some pink bears and blue blobs. And it's just an experiment because I have all this plastic. It drives me insane throwing it all away. Because some of the plastic, I think it's recyclable number 6, and you can use as shrink-a-dinks. You can make your own guitar picks and everything that way. And, whew. No, actually, my friend's parents were getting rid of them. And anybody who knows me knows I'll take it. And so that's how I came across these. I wish I could show this one. Maybe I can. This one has, yeah. Oops. This one's got these bad boys. What's it? I destroyed the cushions. I felt them inside and I felt like they were stitched through it, and I put them in the, what's it called? Yeah. It's actually really hot in here. And usually I'm always complaining that it's cold because I'm a Floridian through and through. The cold is whoa. Like, I did whiskey. I did Colorado with whiskey. It was cold. It was really cold. And oh god, I want to go back so bad. Victor is so cool. Victor. Yeah, they're cool as hell. It reminds me, I was helping my parents. They sold my grandparents' house for some reason. The whole family did. But when they were stripping the paint off the door, it was like yellowish, and then it was pink, and then all these different colors of different decades of paint, and then the bottom was swans. It was really, really old wallpaper of swans. They did not let me take the door. I wanted the whole door. I have a piece of a door over there. It's just so funky looking. I kind of pass it up. Turned it into a jewelry kind of holder. And, um, I finally got this. My parents were, they had they had more, but they threw them away. Not they, my dad. My mom is not an idiot. But anyway, perfectly organized for one. That's why I'm really excited to do streams because I'm so lost without my notebook. I have a notebook full of streams plans because it actually helps. I know this is a bad example because I haven't built at all, but it helps me stay in one place. And I've come across so many tips and tricks and different ways to use all this stuff. So I do think it has some value in sharing with the internet, crafting, because as someone who's been pretty much broke their whole life, all of the stuff that I use is very easy to come across. And like I was making buttons with wood slices, and they came out so easy with the UV resin. It's this stuff. Mr. Resin is the best. I've tried numerous brands, and it's not tacky. You can make buttons, guitar picks, anything. And just UV light or the sun. It's the reason why I got into UV resin, well, resin in general, is I grow a lot of plants, and a lot of the plants have like an absurd amount of meaning to me. Like all the mulberries are from my grandparents' house. No one trusted the fruit on it, but I grew up eating from the tree. And the roots were from that house, and I grew about 7 full trees from cuttings about this big. So I have mulberry cuttings. Wakisa does better up north, but growing inside in a pot, they're beautiful trees. Oh, no way. Yeah, actually interested. I heard she said Justin Timberlake is not going to like that book very much. I can't help myself. I feel like we all owe it to Britney Spears to at least like be there. She's been entertaining us for God, how long? That poor lady. I hear the distant grunts of a pig. A hungry pig. It's It doesn't help that women's clothes is made with 99% plastic and 1% plastic. And like I don't know where to buy clothes at all anymore. I try to stick with 90s, early 2000s for stuff like jeans, because at least you can move in them and they fit. But I don't know why people aren't protesting the state of available clothing right now, because I can't find anything. And I pretty much stick to thrift stores and yard sales. Oh, dark. I thought it was gonna be like he was banging background dancers or something, honestly. Because I know every time I saw Britney Spears, I always felt bad. Anytime I see any celebrities, I feel bad though. I don't watch a lot of movies, and like now, cause just haven't really been going out at all, and still been watching decent amount of movies now, but I can't help but see like people. It just weirds me out. I don't know. Especially like when there's kids crying in movies. It's like, what did you say? Like your mom's in the trunk or something? Like I don't know. I went to a film high school that, you know, the first thing they tell you is they're gonna destroy films for you, and it kind of did because every time I see like rain, I just see people on the other side of the window with hoses. I've made it rain before. Wow, I didn't know that. I remember when Jamie Lynn Spears was pregnant because my name is Jamie Lynn, so people um, did what they do with witty things to say. But I make do with clothes, alright. Best spots are definitely yard sales. I always recommend yard sales. Two reasons. It's the best way to meet your neighbors, but it's also like the best way to acquire tools, um, broken jewelry, just anything you could possibly want, and it's the funnest. It's the best time I have on this planet is yard sales. I love yard sales. And Outlook Cinema. Is that too? Oh no, my phone's about to die. Subscribe. Oh, and they're doing news too. I was thinking about having a friend on because uh to do news, but then I was like, maybe it'll be like a news-free space on the internet or something. Because oh my god, I want to talk about it so bad, but at the same time I don't, because it's like, whoa. That's I say that like every time I watch news now, I say whoa as if like we're going fast or something. It, it's I Haiti. Haiti is. I seen the news mention Haiti once, and it was to get American citizens out, like telling people to leave. And I actually have a friend in Haiti, and I was able to do one fundraiser through PayPal. PayPal makes it really easy to do fundraisers, and but able to send him 140 bucks. I'm still really stoked about that. But he's an art teacher as well as artist, and his art is fire. His Let me get the link and put it in the chat because his art is just whoa, wild. And he's vital to his community. I think any art teacher could be considered vital. And to me. And really cool too, but I've been following him for years now. Oh no 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 no. Okay, shoot, I'm not gonna be able to see the chat at all. Well, at least I got the link. Darn it. I should have got my Instagram. My Instagram is just Jamie Lynn Barbarian. It's the same. And I'm always on Instagram. But my phone's about to die and I won't have any chat anymore, which is kind of perfect timing because I got 5 animals to feed. Rescue bulldog, well, they're all rescues. Pig, 2 dogs, and 2 cats. And, but his art is killer and he's, just hasn't gotten a break in years. Never fully recovered after the earthquakes. The school was destroyed. And then the president, and that went, obviously now, if you see what's happening in Haiti, holy, it's bad, bad. And like, they're about to get, whoa. But yeah, bandits have, oh no, we're completely off. 1452. Crap. Shh. I don't think you can hear me. This one doesn't off. 1450. Shoot. My bad. 14. Shoot. My bad. Hate is really bad. They haven't caught a break, and bandits have completely destroyed what was left of the school. His mom is missing, and just a bunch of bad. And his art is just wicked. And darn it. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow building. I'll probably get a little bit more done than this because I'm very stoked to have this in complete form and to try to make my first buildings. I have not tried to make a build. Well, I made a haunted house, but that's it. I haven't done an actual what's it called? A functional building with pixels yet, and that's what I'm stoked about right now, currently. And but yeah, 2%. I'm doing good. All right. Thank you all for staying and sticking around and hanging out. Any requests or anything? I'm just kind of winging it and, existing online. Simple. But yeah, I make just about anything and I'm always down for requests. I like custom stuff, making customs, the best. I think I might be. Oh, I don't think anything good. I know a few people that were caught up, but probably nothing good. It's really bad there. Um, like the stuff is just so dark. Like kids disappearing because organ harvesting. I feel like it's about to start becoming part of a conversation because organ harvesting worldwide is a huge issue, and it seems like a lot of kids are getting their organs stolen. Haiti is there's a lot of that happening. I mean the president, I can't remember if it was the last one, the one that was or um did a child sacrifice, like talked about it. And like factual. And he said that the child wasn't baptized, so it wasn't human. Like it's the darkest, but in even the darkest spots on Earth, there is like the most incredible humans and like civilians and artists and like stuff. And yeah, and of course kids. Like yeah, if you're a healthy kid, like oh my god, it's so scary, especially in areas that aren't doing too hot right now. Guys, like they if you look up China organ harvesting, there is a doctor that's talking about it over there, and it's pretty much the exact thing that's yeah, it's dark. And yeah, so there's a few different reasons why I'm like avoiding the news right now, because yikes, music, I've been listening to a lot of Pinback and a lot of like old game soundtracks. Ark of Yesod, Yesod, incredible, and Chaos Engine, which is also a Pinback song, Pinback, Pinback song. Incredible. Chaos Engine soundtrack is awesome. I could jam that all day. But yeah, always looking for music recommendations as well. But I am going to feed 5 animals and regret going outside because it's freezing outside, but it's it's really steaming. Thank y'all for chilling. I'm really bad at like goodbyes and cutting streams, and but I'll be here. And yeah, I do have a Discord too. I can't share it because now we're on 1%. So if I touch this, it's gone. But yeah, happy trails. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart over to the moon. Thank you to the moon and far, far beyond. And yeah, thinking. I know that I'm gonna hit end stream and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I forgot to say, but that's what next time is for, I suppose. Happy trails. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to scare anybody.